So this is Levi from Miss Man, and I'm hanging out with Rob from Punkvideosrock. Stay metal.
It's been a couple of years, man.
While, man.
You've been hiding from me.
We've been playing everywhere but the U.S.
Yeah.
Every other country. It's
Now, why is that? Something against the U.S. nowadays?
no, we're just letting everybody know that we're Miss May exists, and now I think this new album we're gonna hit the U.S. nonstop. So
Okay.
we're coming back.
Now going, outside of the U.S. for quite some time and trying, to promote your name out there. What was that experience like as opposed to like actually doing all the shows that you were doing here?
It's awesome. It's really cool because the crazy thing is, if you're like buzzing in the U.S., it follows everywhere else in the world. So it wasn't like we were playing the 10 people like we used to back here.
Okay.
Starting out, it was just like crazy shows, and then people they know us from the U.S. So it was nice just to finally actually go there and it's not just a comment on Facebook, please come here. We actually went to all these crazy countries and played the shows.
That's crazy. Now, like I mentioned, the last time I spoke to you was at Warped Tour, and you've grown a ton since then. So I mean, what has been like the biggest thing that you guys have learned as a band? Not necessarily from the beginning of the career, but even since that 2 years ago.
Oh man, just biggest thing we learned as a band was just we've got along more. It's like it's more family vibe because like we've been doing it. We're in it for the long run.
Yeah.
So the bigger we're getting, it's just like this is what we want to do. It's not just like, oh, it's working out for a little bit, it's hyped. It's like I feel like we've been around long enough to surpass the hype. It's like we're here to stay, and it's like it's a cool family vibe now. It's a whole different morale. It's just we wake up, it's like, yeah, dude, I'll get your wet towel. Like it's like all like it's like brothers.
Yeah, you guys know what each other needs like every morning.
Yeah.
Nice. Now this new record that you keep mentioning, you guys took a little more time on this record. You guys challenged yourselves a little bit more. Why did you choose to do that on this record rather than your previous work?
Well, the previous record we did it a little bit. We sort of peppered it in, but we didn't just want to jump right into it and sound like a completely different band. We wanted to sort of transition, and yeah, we felt at heart. We knew it wasn't going to be our craziest record, but we knew it was needed to happen. It was a stepping stone. So this time we just let it more, and we even have more ideas now that we're gonna get even crazier and weird, but still be Miss May I and heavy. So
now, how do you feel about this new record right now?
I'm really excited. It's the sound is a lot more old school, and I think a lot of kids play it, and there's like it's not as loud and it's not so digital, so you gotta turn it up a little bit more, but it's like the real deal. And I think people gotta give it more of a chance, and I think it's been awesome though. I think the people that do give it a chance, I love getting the tweets like, I didn't like the record, I listened to it for a week, and now it's one of my favorites. So it's
nice.
like, yeah, it's got turned up a little bit.
No, that's good. That's good. Now, actually working on this record, how different was it from your previous work, since it was a little different?
The biggest, having time to actually pre-pro and write songs, not just do it in the studio, was nice, and to be able to rewrite songs. All our previous records, we never rewrote a song. It was always whatever we wrote went straight to the thing, and if we didn't like it, we found out after the CD was out. So it was nice to listen to the song and be like, wow, that really sucks, we shouldn't do that. So it's that's the first time we've ever done that, and I think that's the biggest difference. And to us, like we fixed all the kinks. There's still a little more kinks in there that I'm like, damn, I should have did that, but it's all good.
Now, how many songs did you actually have before you actually finalized the record, and how many times did you have to redo certain things in the record before you actually let it out?
We had 14 songs, and we cut out 4, and we put them as bonus and stuff. But yeah, we rewrote every song about 5 times, which is like unbelievable for us. And Echoes we rewrote probably like 15 times.
Dang.
Because we felt so weird. We're like, should we do this? And we're like, yeah, we should. Like, it was just it's such a jump off the cliff for us. But like even now playing it live every night, I'm like, oh man. But then when we play it, everyone loves it.
Yeah.
So.
Now, and this time you actually used like letters that you received from the fans, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. It's a whole nother point of view. It was like a fresh breath of air. It was so nice to not just vent onto a song, which is awesome. That's what music is about, and tell your story. But it was nice to come from a different perspective and change it up, because I felt At Heart was so deep that if we wrote the same, it'd feel like 2 records back to back.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that. I wanted something different, and I didn't want to write about castles and dragons, so I wrote about letters from fans.
Yeah. Now, I mean, when working on this, like for example, this wasn't. It happens, man. For example, this wasn't like your personal feelings, your personal, words and such. Does it take a little more when performing this to feel whatever the audience was feeling, whatever those letters meant?
Well, the cool thing is this is the first really tour to play on the record.
Okay.
And that's what I thought it was going to be like. I'm like, man, I'm not really getting the zone. But there's two things. Like when we were writing them, we put ourselves in their perspective, so we got really attached to the fans and really attached to the letters, which sometimes bummed us out because we would just feel bad for how people were feeling.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, today's show we just played, to see fans, you can tell which songs relate to the fans, and that was like, it makes you play the song so much better because you're just like, they totally like, this song's for them, and they were singing it like with everything, and that made the song awesome.
Dang, that's cool. Now I know before you've cited As I Lay Dying as one of your like influences. How do you feel about the new project right now, Woven War? If you even got to check it out yet.
I am so excited. We've been talking to them, and they've been sending us a bunch of stuff, and it's awesome. They're good friends of ours now, and it sucks everything that happened, but I think it's gonna be crazy. And there might be a Miss Man Woven War tour in the future sometime. Wink, wink.
That would be amazing. Maybe for the CD release, official CD release.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So what can we expect for this tour right now? I know today it's like barely fresh, like starting out.
Well, we're actually gonna play one more song because we cut a song today because that was breaking. But it's gonna be awesome. It's like Warped Tour, but with way more metalheads, and I think it's just gonna be rowdy and amazing. I literally have had more fun today than I've had on any tour, so I think it's gonna be great.